On a quiet evening, police were called to a small apartment building. Neighbors had reported shouting. Moments later, officers forced their way inside. What they found would begin an investigation into a relationship that had lasted 6 years. A relationship filled with love, resentment, and a breaking point no one saw coming. Friends described them as a normal couple. He was 33, she was 26. They had been together for 6 years. They moved in together early in their relationship. And when the pandemic began just a week later, they spent nearly their entire relationship living under the same roof. At first, things were good. They laughed together, supported each other, built a life together, but over time, differences in personality began to surface. She wanted structure, plans, and decisiveness. He was quieter, more laid back, and struggled with motivation. What she saw as a lack of confidence was something he didn't fully understand himself. After years of tension, he finally sought professional help. Doctors diagnosed him with ADHD and depression. Suddenly, many of his behaviors made sense. The lack of motivation, difficulty making decisions, feeling overwhelmed by simple tasks. He began therapy, adjusted medications, started exercising and learning new hobbies. For the first time in years, he felt hopeful. But by then, the relationship had already endured years of frustration, and resentment can be difficult to erase. One night, after returning home from a concert, the couple argued. Earlier that evening, a drunk host had made a joke about her last name. He ignored it.to him. It seemed harmless. But later she confronted him. She said something that stunned him. She believed he had failed to protect her. To her, it was another example of the same problem she had complained about for years. He wasn't assertive enough. He wasn't the partner she needed. The argument continued late into the night. Around midnight, neighbors reported hearing shouting coming from the apartment. Then suddenly, everything went quiet. Minutes later, someone called 911. When officers arrived, the front door was locked. Inside, they found the couple's apartment in disarray. Furniture knocked over, objects scattered across the floor, and in the middle of the living room, a crime scene investigators would later spend hours examining. Investigators often say that violent incidents between couples rarely come out of nowhere. More often, they are the result of years of unresolved conflict, small frustrations, misunderstandings, resentment that grows silently over time. In this case, a relationship that began with love ultimately became the center of a tragic investigation, one that left friends asking the same question: could this have been prevented? Covering this story, I'm reminded that relationships are incredibly fragile. The warning signs are almost always there, but we only seem to see them clearly in hindsight. I started this channel to explore the psychology behind these moments. If you want to join me in exploring these complex human stories, please subscribe. It's a reminder that the most dangerous moments can happen in the very places we believe we are safest.